In this video, I'll look at another example of 3D trig. This has got to be one of the most beautiful examples of 3D trig that's out there, and I hope you'll appreciate it by the end of the video. So what we've got is we've got K, A, and F lie in the same horizontal plane, and TA represents a vertical tower. So even if they didn't fill in these 90 degrees, which is very kind of them, you would need to know when I see vertical, then the angles at the bottom there will always be 90. They've given us the angle X, they've given us 90 plus X, they've given us a 2X angle in the corner. They want X to be somewhere between 0 and 30, and TK is 2 units. And so when we approach 3D trig questions, and this is a great one to start with, you first want to fill in all the missing angles, step 1. And so there's a 90, a X, so this will be 90 minus X. There's a 90 plus X and a 2X, so this will be 90 minus 3X. In some ways, if I'm going too quickly, you would just do sum of a triangle to get the missing angles. And then step 2, you make it your own personal goal to work out the common line. And so if the question for 7 marks jumped you straight to working out KF, and then gave you a massive expression of what you needed, it can be daunting and people often just panic and leave out the question. But if you realize it's much better to work out the common line first, which they again have lovingly suggested that you work out AK first. Imagine they didn't ask us this question first. You say, how would you have known to work out this as the common line and not that one or that one? Well, this one links triangles that have got the most information together. This one had the side, and this one has a lot of angles at the bottom. That's why this is the best common line to work out. The last trick for this section is, if it's a 90 degree, go back to the good old days when you weren't so stressed out and doing SOH CAH TOA. If it's not a 90 degree triangle, then your choices are either cos rule or sine rule. And so let's dive into the question. So for starters, they want me to work out AK. I'm going to look from X because that's easier than looking from 90 minus X. Looking from X, this is my opposite and my hypotenuse. So I use sine. Sine, when I look from X, is my opposite over my hypotenuse. And so AK is just 2 sine X. Next question, work out KF. So KF, and there's its opposite angle, and I've just worked out AK and its opposite angle, so I'm going to do sine rule. I like to put what I want on top to make life easier, so that side over sine 90 plus X equals AK, the side that I just worked out, over sine 2X. Let me just pause for a sec. What I'm noticing here is that there's a 90, and so I'm going to highlight it to get into a habit of always realizing that's going to co-ratio and change into cos X. I'm also going to notice and highlight the double angle, and sine double angle is the nicest because there's only one option, so you don't need to think. And so it's going to be 2 sine X. This is going to co-ratio and go up to the top and become cos X. This only has one expansion, and you even have it in your formula sheet. So I do the expansion, and just like that, boom, 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 and you're left with KF is 1 unit, which is absolutely incredible. I hope you enjoyed this lovely introductory question into 3D trig. If you did, please like it, subscribe to our channel, and share this with your friends.